We're back for more monster truck action here on TF Motorsports. This time we're at the Sussex County Fair in New Jersey, and 4 drivers are ready to battle it out of the small course. And it's all coming up next here on Motorsports Hour. Welcome fans to Motorsports Hour. I'm Thomas Frasco. We're here at the Sussex County Fair in New Jersey for some incredible monster truck action. Let's take a look at the lineup. The Seasocks are back. Kyle Seasock and Aftershock, JR Seasock and Playin Hookie, and 2 drivers that we haven't seen before, Brandon Derrow in the Bad News Travels Fast, and Joe Jenkins in Killer Bee. As we're excited to see what these drivers have in store for our 3 competitions. We're going to begin things off here with time trials. Fastest time wins the competition. And first up will be Kyle Seasock and Aftershock. We've seen some really good stuff from him at Middletown just a couple of weeks ago. And here on this Wednesday show, we're excited to see how he does. Nice little start. And now we wait for the times for Kyle. 3.722, a nice start for time trials here. As next up is going to be JR Seasock and Playin Hookie. His brother is going to try to knock him out. He's getting that truck lined up and ready to go. JR Seasock. We've seen some really good moments from him at Middletown as well. And now he looks to try to beat his brother. And we're waiting for the time. It is not enough. 3.866. Kyle stays in first place. Now, we did get a word that Joe Jenkins in Killer Bee is unable to make it to our time trial event. So this means that there's 1 truck left, and that's Brandon Derrow and the Bad News Travels Fast. A very recognizable independent team, and we finally get to see this truck in action. The truck looks great and clean. We'll see how Brandon does here in his time trial. Nicely done. We're looking at the time. 3.792. That's what the officials say. Kyle Seasock is going to pull off the time trial win. Now at a monster truck event, you don't know what you're going to see until you're there. And this is Quad Wars. Team Pennsylvania versus Team New Jersey. New Jersey's in the red. Pennsylvania is in the blue. And I think the actions should speak for themselves. I don't have to say anything. Take a look at this. More monster truck action returns with wheelies coming up next on Motorsports Hour.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences, and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Welcome back to Monster Trucks at the Sussex County Fair, presented by Franklin Sussex Automall. We're getting ready now for the Wheelie Competition. Joe Jenkins is here in Killer Bee, one of the 2 different trucks that we have not seen here on Motorsports Hour, alongside Bad News Travels Fast. We'll see what Joe Jenkins is able to do here in Killer Bee. 2 hits. And we do the scoring based off of what the fans thought. The scoring is relatively the same like how it was at Middletown. So he did get a really good first hit. Second hit, decent off as well. As now we wait for the scores for Killer Bee. Joe Jenkins will get a 8 to start things off, as it is 1 out of 30, so the score will be 8 for Killer Bee. Kyle Seasock and Aftershock, he won last night, believe it or not, the show that we weren't at. However, He is really motivated to get this second one here. We'll see if he does it. Winner of time trials. Seems to be getting better each time he steps into the truck. Nice first hit. Now he's trying to turn that truck around. Kyle Seasock just started driving this year. Getting the fans warmed up for a second hit. It looks like he might be going for that other racing lane, but nobody's hit just yet.
He can hear you, see you by the phone. He's going after the big stack. Here he goes.
Here he comes. Nice little wheelie, but just wasn't as vertical. But it will take the lead by just 1 point. It will be a 9 for Kyle Seasock in Aftershock. As now we're getting ready for our next competitor. And next up is going to be his brother in just a moment. It is going to be JR Seasock playing hooky. He's coming onto the track right now. So his brother's in the lead. Can he knock him down? Going for that same racing lane hit. Decent hit, crushing down the cars. He's looking to try to get now his second hit.
Looks like he's eyeing up that van stack going out.
Looks like he's going all the way down,
He's gonna stop at one.
possibly to that van stack that's right there. It's the one stack that isn't exposed by dirt on the one side. And he's gonna hit it. Nice sky wheelie and crushing down the van on the landing. JR Seasock will take the lead with a 20, so drastic scoring difference as the fans thought it was a really good hit. Now, one last driver is up. Brandon Derrow in Bad News Travels Fast. Nice hit, and he gets a slap wheelie. Really good hit there. We haven't seen that. And it's also very impressive that he did it in a very small facility. And now he's going to do one more hit. Brandon looking possibly for the racing lane now. And now he's going to go ahead and hammer into it. Decent hit. As now we look for the scores. 24, winner of wheelies will be Bad News Travels Fast. Really great slap wheelie as we just saw. That was his first hit, and it took him to the win. 2 down, 1 to go. Freestyle up next.
I'm Dennis Anderson with Gravedigger. I like running MagnaFlow on my trucks because it's got great sound, awesome performance, and it's tough as nails. I love being part of the MagnaFlow team because it's about quality and performance, and that's what I'm all about.
For the full MagnaFlow product line, check out magnaflow.com.
The fans have been waiting all night long as we get these 4 drivers to do what they've been waiting for. The freestyle competition is up. As first up will be Joe Jenkins and Killer Bee, starting things off with a decent hit off the van stack. As now he goes to the racing lane, trying to get some nice air off that. All right, so he's looking pretty good so far. And he nails that tight turn. That turn right there, it ain't easy, especially since they got tunnel vision. They can't really see. They can't really look over. So it is pretty tough to take those turns, especially at a very tight facility here. As now, Joe Jenkins, Killer Bee, trying to get it done. First truck out of 4. Going for that van stack. Crushing down the car. Nice air. As now he's looking back for that racing lane. Seems to be that racing lane seems to be like a setup for the turn. As they kind of roll over it, and then they start hammering when they got more room, especially right here in the racing lane. Nice little air there. Joe Jenkins trying to get it done. First of 4 drivers, as the other 3 drivers we've seen the other two drivers, we've seen tear it down, and we've already saw how Bad News was able to do it in wheelies. And there's some good donuts right there for Joe Jenkins. 22 will be the score for Killer Bee. Joe Jenkins sets the bar high. Now we got Kyle Seasock and Aftershock. We're excited to see how he does here. Fan favorite here on TF Motorsports. We've seen him at Middletown. And both appearances he did well. We're excited to see how he does here in New Jersey. As now lining up for the other side of the racing lane. Seems to be a more steeper side. He's going to get some nice air. The truck just shut off on him. It was not the RAI. He's having more mechanical issues, kind of stemming back to Middletown. As we saw during wheelies, he got shut off and he wasn't able to keep going. And now with this during freestyle, more mechanical issues are biting Kyle. And running over is his brother, JR Seasock, who was just getting ready. He's going to help his brother try to get that truck ready and fired back up. Really great sportsmanship there. As now they're trying to get Aftershock back up and running for more freestyle action. And it looks like it has been worked on. It's all set. In just a few moments, Kyle Seasock's about to continue on his freestyle and try to get the win here today. Here we go. More Aftershock.
Looks like some kind of electrical gremlin. Hopefully it don't come back to haunt him anymore.
All right, now going back to the van. Nice air right there. Kyle Seasock trying to throw it down and try to get the win. Back to that racing lane. Now taking that tight turn. Doesn't have to back up, as this track surface is definitely different compared to Middletown. Oh, really crooked air there. He almost went over. And he's going to wrap it up right there. As the track surface is a little bit more slicker compared to Middletown. As Middletown was a little bit tackier because it's clay. This is dirt. 16 will be the score. Not enough to take the lead, but still really good run there for Kyle. Now, Brandon Derrow and Bad News travels fast. Came up short in time trials, had a really good wheelie run. Now he's looking to try to get the freestyle win here today, here in New Jersey. First time we're seeing the freestyle action of Bad News here on TF Motorsports. So far, good start. Back to that racing lane, getting things done. As now he's pulling off, possibly going for one of those van stacks. I think he might be trying to go for that same slap wheelie that he did before. Was impressive, but can he stick it? It will not stick. Seems to be the rebound seems to be a little bit off, and it doesn't really hit enough for him to really get that slap wheelie. He wants those front tires to bounce up, and then he wants to match the gas. But it just doesn't seem to be working, but he got some really good hits there in the meanwhile.
He's gonna let her go too. Here he goes now.
Trying to maybe, he's gonna try again. He got a little bit, but he just didn't commit. Goes back for that racing lane, crushing that car a little bit further. See what else he has in store here. Brandon Derrow going back for the racing lane. Trying to keep this run consistent, especially since JR Seasock, he won freestyle last night. He's looking to try to set the bar really high for him and hoping that he can stay in the lead. As it seems like this is probably going to take the lead at this point, as he is just going hit after hit, moment after moment. And here comes a donut. So yeah, if this doesn't take the lead, I think we're going to have to escort the judges out of here. As here we go, we're waiting for the scores now. 27, new leader is going to be Brandon Derrow, bringing out the Bad News Travels Fast. And there he is, waving to the crowd. Brandon is satisfied after that run. One more to go. JR Seasock Playin Hookie, your last competitor here in Sussex, New Jersey, as he goes right for the van stack. Nice start, as we'll see how he does here, as now he's going to try to go 2 for 2 in freestyle. He won freestyle last night. There's some nice air there for the racing lane. JR Seasock, we've seen some great moments from him here on TF Motorsports.
There we go.
Got some really good highlights in Middletown, and we're starting to see some good highlights here in New Jersey. All right, now going back for that racing lane. So far, so good here for JR Seasock, trying to keep it consistent. We'll see how he's able to, going for that. Oh, I thought he was going for that van stack, but he went around it. Because that was just from our camera angle. All right, back for that van stack. A little bit of decent air there. So far, so good. He's got to pick up a little bit more of some wow factors in to try to take this lead here. Going way out. Surprisingly had some more room. Back for the racing lane. Get some good air off that. Looks like he's going to be going back for that van stack that a lot of drivers have been hitting, and now it's pretty flat at this point. Getting some nice air in terms of distance. And he's going to go past the racing lanes and wrap it up right there. As he comes out of the truck, he is 1 point short. JR Seasock places 20. He will place the 26. He'll be in second place. So Brandon Derrow is going to win freestyle. What a great event! Congratulations to Kyle Seasock on time trials, and Brandon Derrow in bad news in wheelies and freestyle. What a great event, and we're excited for more action to come in the future. Our next episode will be racing with the big block modifieds. So long, everybody, from TF Motorsports here at the Sussex County Fair.